So we're parents of a amazing 8-year-old boy that comes here to the Burkhardt School, and the best way we can describe our experience is talking about what life was like before coming to Burkhardt and what life has been like after. Before we found the school, we had our son enrolled in public school system, and the daily routine was one of the best way to describe it is of anxiety. It felt like every day we were waiting for calls from the school telling us that our son has had some kind of outburst or some kind of incident where the classroom would have to be cleared out, or he was crying or screaming, and this went on for an entire year. And what was really disturbing is we found that towards the end of the year, he was starting to show signs of being embarrassed or signs of where his self-esteem was getting damaged. He was saying things like, "Why am I so dumb? Why am I so weird?" Or why should I be here? And that was really disheartening to hear, to say the least, for parents. And I think as parents, you want the best for your child.
And also, why am I always in trouble?
Yeah, that came up a lot. So, as much anxiety as we were feeling as parents for putting him in that kind of a situation, I can only just guess what was going through his mind, how confusing it must have been for him to be in that situation. So, fast forward to us finding the school, and we basically told other folks it feels like we've got our son back again. Since coming here, he's always had a sense of humor, but now it's expressed. He's happy. He kind of is excited to come to school, which never happened before. He was always dreading going to school when it was public school. He's engaging in conversation. He shares what he does to us in the day, which is amazing too. Even when things don't go well, he still has his glitches, but it feels like he's able to express himself much better than what he was, and he's not embarrassed about himself. His self-esteem is back again. Better stuff like that. The best thing that I can say to people considering Burkhardt is make a decision, move forward. The worst thing you can do is not do anything and just hope things work out. We're so happy we found this place, and it just feels like we've got our family back together again, and he's growing in leaps and bounds, and we couldn't be happier.
I think really the biggest thing that we noticed was that his self-esteem again was just tanking. He was so hard on himself. He was very self-critical. He felt like he was always in trouble, and he didn't understand. He was starting to see the difference between him and other kids, and it just was heartbreaking, and it was causing him so much anxiety, causing us so much anxiety. And it's like once he came here and he had the behavioral support, he had the support in the moment when he was becoming dysregulated. That's what we had been searching for in the public school system for years, and that's what they couldn't provide him. And for me, that's what I knew all along, that's what he needed. And so when we found the school, and that's the main thing that they offer. In fact, the description on the website, I was like, they just wrote a biography about our child. It just made all the difference in the world to have the behaviors in the classrooms, helping the kids in the moment when they are starting to feel dysregulated. Our son was in all the after school, the OT, speech therapy, social groups. He could tell you what to do and how to do it, when to do it, but in the moment when his body was getting out of control, he just would always say, I just can't control myself. And now he's got people here that understand what's going on with him, and they know how to get in there in the moment and help him when he needs it. And I just think that has been incredibly valuable, and they do it in such a positive way that the kids don't, like Alan said, they don't feel embarrassed. They feel supported and they feel understood. And I think, the staff here is absolutely incredible. Every single one of them individually is incredible, but then as a team, they're absolutely phenomenal. I can't even imagine a better place for our son.
Yeah, I mean, we've gone from a place where it was always wondering and almost half expecting there was going to be some incident every day to now it's like we've got tons of communication. We get daily communication from the staff, and we get like a little breakdown of what happens.
And pictures.
And pictures, which is fantastic, right? And we're trying to reinforce things that the school has been teaching, and that's great. It's great to be able to feel like we're all on the same page, and it's night and day.
Yeah.
It's definitely much better than what it was.
Dropping him off to school every single day before, when he was in the public school system, was just, there was so much anxiety and stress for our whole family every single day. And then it's like, while he's at school, you're in anxiety and stress waiting to hear from either from the school during the day, or you're at the end of the day, it's like you're braced and prepared to hear like what happened today. And it's just so nice. Like, it's like once he started at the Burkhardt School, he just instantly was happy. He was engaged. It's like the amount of stress there was years of stress that fell away from us after he started here, because we knew he was in the right place, in the right hands. He was being taken care of, and we weren't waiting for the phone calls every day. If I had known about the school, I would have taken him out in a heartbeat mid-year because it was so awful. And when he came here, he did his shadow days, and what was so amazing is when he was in the public school system, he was not doing any of the classwork because he was so overwhelmed sensory-wise in the classroom. He couldn't focus, and he just was frustrated, and they literally they just wanted to keep him calm. So they didn't even push him to do, and he was also above, academically, he was above, grade level. So they weren't too worried about it, but it created a whole other problem of non-compliance. And so when he came here to shadow, it was amazing because I think they were doing math, which he does not like math, but he's good at it. But he just wasn't having any part of it at his other school. And when he came here, they were doing math, and he just walked right in and joined right in. And he joined right in and stayed with the curriculum the entire day, which was unbelievable to us. And when I picked him up that day, well, first he didn't want to leave because he had so much fun. And then he said, I don't want to go back to my school anymore. I want to come here. And so it was really hard to take him back after that. I mean, I think the most telling thing is just to do the shadow days and see how your child responds, because that was enough for me. I was done after that. And it was, and the difference when he started here, I mean, just in a few short months that he was here, the difference in him was incredible. I mean, our whole family life changed. The stress was gone. He was doing things the first time we asked him, which was like, he's just, his behavior is so much happier and so much easier at home. And he expresses himself so much better. He expresses how he's feeling. He expresses his emotions really well. He is reasoning things out with us. He trusts us so much more, like you said before, about if he does do something where he had a challenge that day, he'll talk to us about it. Whereas before, he always felt like he was in trouble, so he would just not tell us anything. And now we have great conversations about oh, well, this happened, and so now we've learned something. It's just really exciting to see in such a short amount of time that he's been here, how much he's thriving in this environment. I can't say enough. Our whole life has changed. Yeah, my mom says there's before work hard and after work hard, and it's night and day. I mean, our whole family is it's just like the stress is just melted away. I mean, we have normal everyday stress that everybody has, but the additional stress of having a child that has, special needs or different needs, that's a whole different ballgame. And to have a support system like the school, I feel like a normal family again. I feel like we have the same challenges everybody else does. It doesn't feel so like we have this extra mountain of challenges.